Hey Mzansi, this is JJ Harder. I work at the U.S. Embassy. I am a U.S. diplomat, and I'm really happy to be with you today to make a delicious South African dessert. I love malva pudding. It's delicious. I've made it and it was kind of a disaster. But my favorite of all is peppermint crisp tart. This doesn't exist in the United States, and I've never made it myself, but I must have had 50 of them. So I'm so glad you guys voted for this because I really should have figured out how to make it by now. So let's make it together. What we have are what we like to call crackers, what you call biscuits, caramel, cream, unnamed peppermint crisp chocolate bars. What we're going to start by doing is taking a dish and buttering it. I don't have any butter. Okay, so job one, just butter your dish. Any dish will do. And not margarine. Not a big fan of margarine. You guys use a lot of margarine here, but I am absolutely committed to real butter. The fattier, the better. First, what we want to do is make a base. So we have our biscuits to make the base. I understand there are two different ways to do this, either layering the biscuits or crumbling the biscuits. I have kind of a third method, which is kind of crumbling. What I have here is something from Bolivia, where I lived for 2 years when I was a Peace Corps volunteer many years ago. It's called a taku in Spanish. So with this taku, you have this blunt force instrument and your biscuits. You can actually do anything in here. I use it for nuts, for potatoes, all sorts of stuff. But I'm going to go with the crumble / pat. Much more fun. So we're going to do one layer of that all the way on the bottom of the pan. Number two, we need to whip our cream. But you never know about load shedding, so rather than use the electric one, we're just going to use the old manual. What do you guys think? Okay, so we cheated. We decided to go with this method. So we're going to mix it up here. The caramel, and cream business. This looks not great right now. We need to do something about that. I mean, this is pretty much half of what the PCT is. Do you guys call it PCT, or is that just me? Americans, you know, we like to abbreviate. I mean, my name is JJ. My name is abbreviated, so. Bunny chow. Because I know the history of it, and it's delicious, and it's such a cool representation of the different cultures of South Africa. So, no more clumps, no more lumps. I think we're in business. So, we will do a layer of about, I don't know, maybe ½ an inch, maybe a centimeter. All right, so we're taking our unnamed peppermint chocolate bars. I'm going to take most of it, but I'm going to leave a little bit to go on top. Back to the pounding. I don't know, just to make it American and just to mess with your delicious South African thing to see if it comes out better or worse, I just want to go a little bit on top here. What's the worst that's going to happen, right? I mean, it's just chocolate. Now we're ready for the final product, which is the little of the chocolate we didn't do in the taku, so we're just going to grate it. So I think this, as far as I'm concerned, this is pretty much done. So the interwebs tell me to let this sit for 4 hours. Put the lid on this baby and put it in the fridge for a while. If there's any South African dish that you think I should try that I haven't tried, please let me know, because I've only got 1 more year here and I really want to try to make sure I try every single delicious dish you have. And from Cape Malay to the bunny chows of KZN to the wine braised kurua lamb neck. Let me know and I'll try to make them. Why not? Okay, Mzansi, we're back and we're going to check out the final product. Let's see what we got. Okay, nice and cold. Looks good. We're just going to go right after it. Yeah, I think I'll eat the whole thing now. Maybe leave some for my family.